All right. So as you dig into topic 3 here, this is your main website, futurestory20.weebly.com. And here, let's just hide that. You have 4 sections that you're going to go through. And it's actually not too bad. So under exploration, all of these pieces here are going to be posted back in your community that you used. It actually says on each one. So for example, from high school to higher learning, there's a whole bunch of resources here to have a look. Don't feel like you need to click on every single one. The idea is kind of pick 1 or 2 that you hone in on, and then you have a pretty good sense of what you might want to write about. And then, see, it says in green on each section how you hand it in. So that's a good, there you go. See, it even says on the bottom again. So then you would go over to your community. This is the 1A one. You may be in the North one as well. And what you'll see is you had all of your pieces of wellness, but then under topic 3 here, this is where they line up. And they have the same words as over on the website. So for high school higher learning, you click in that one and you can post there. So that is for the exploration pieces. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They're not too bad at all. The dealing with the curveballs is a little bit longer, but each one is just, a paragraph kind of post. Links work really well, and there's lots of resources there to reflect on. Second section, goal setting. That's where you're going to start to use My Blueprint. You're going to use more My Blueprint here. Goal setting only has 3 pieces. It's really, choose your own adventure. The goal setting, career choices, leverage My Blueprint. Getting yourself there, you actually email in, but it says that on the post. And it has I really like the I can't even say it, Mr. Kutcher speech. The drive one's quite good too. That's by a gentleman named Daniel Pink. But pick one of the 2 and you watch the video and do a reflection on it. And make the notes on a doc and email the doc to your teacher. Not too hard for that one. To get into My Blueprint, and I put this in the email, you need your activation code for Frank Maticus right there, and your Alberta Ed student number. I think you can get it in PowerSchool or ask the lovely ladies at the office and they can find it for you. And you may have used My Blueprint before. If you have, awesome. If you haven't, website looks like this. And this is where you would put your activation keys. So the Frank Matic High School one. Create account. Make sure you use your WRSD email. And then you create your own account with username and password. And it walks you through which sections, because there's a lot of sections in My Blueprint. So it asks you have to do the goal setting point section. You have to do the career choices section where you get to pick 3 jobs and research them. And then there's a reflection piece on My Blueprint of what pieces you've done and what you still have to do. The philosophy of happiness, this is a really fun assignment. You get to talk about what makes you happy. You can do it as a slideshow. You can do it as a video. You can do it as a poem. You can do it as a poster. Resume and cover letter, that's a pretty standard piece when you think common careers. There's lots of resources there on old style resume, like a piece of paper or a doc. And there's some templates for different ones and samples. There's also an option of trying LinkedIn, which it would, and you could do both. And you need to add your resume to your blueprint. You also need to share it with your teacher. So it's building your My Blueprint and also sharing those pieces with your teacher. And you have to do a cover letter with that as well. It's part of a resume these days. Last section is your ePortfolio. And your ePortfolio, you put your goal setting in there. You put your resume and cover letter in there. You put your philosophy of happiness in there. There's a whole list of all the things you need. And then make it about you. The idea being you're building a positive digital footprint. You can use lots of tools. You can use Weebly. That tool is a free tool that we built this website on. We've seen some really great ones just using Google Slideshow, but there's lots of options there for that. And then the last piece is an ePortfolio with Mrs. Halverson, and there's just some tips on that. And actually, if you go to your spreadsheet with all your grades on it, it has, on the last section where it says overall grades, it actually has a link to the questions for the interview there too. So it gives you some, and there's the questions right there as well. Look at that. Smart website. So that'll give you a heads up for topic 3. Good luck with it. You're doing great. I think I really enjoy topic 3. It's all about careers in the future.